Welcome.
Now you're in week 9, your second week of the half marathon training.
Yes, I'm really glad you've made it so far. You're coming off your first week of adding that extra speed day on Thursday. Take note of how your body is feeling today. Day 1 of your week is about resetting the body after that day of rest and a long previous week. Today you have 70 minutes of running, which is no small task. What is so important today is about being present in the time spent running. Find relaxation and rest in today's pace. This is about spending time on your feet as the distances become longer. This treads in line with the next technique Christian is training you in, so pay close attention.
Today you're going to dive into a new technique category actually, where you will learn to limit your attention even more to only restful states. This week we begin with the technique C rest. During C rest, you limit your attention to only visual restful experiences. This technique allows you to pay attention to any visual restful state within C space. Unlike the previous week, C space is what we refer to when we talk about the entire focus range of visual experiences. You know by now what external visual experiences are, like when you focus your eyes on an object or whether you soften your gaze, which would be an active or a restful visual experience respectively. Internal visual experiences can also be active or restful. If you're noticing visual activity in your mind, that means you're noticing visual thoughts. Images of the past or present, imagining the future, or you might even be seeing things in your mind that have no foothold in subjective reality, all of which is normal and okay. Visual thoughts tend to occur on your mental screen, which is for most people right in front or behind their eyelids, and you might be seeing those thoughts whether your eyes are open or closed. Right now, when you're looking at me, you can simultaneously think about your last race or a friend, and even though your eyes are not closed, you can see it. With this week's technique, you learn to limit your attention to restful states within C space. So you limit your attention to the relative absence of visual activity. When running, you have two options. Option 1 would be to defocus your eyes. Alternatively, if the situation allows it, you can also look at the horizon. When your eyes are defocused, then you are, relatively speaking, experiencing less visual activity, and therefore it is an external visual restful experience. External because you can see it with your eyes. An internal visual restful experience is if you direct your attention to your mental screen where visual thoughts occur, and when you are paying attention to the mental screen and you are noticing no or hardly any visual thoughts, then you're noticing internal visual rest. When using the noting and labeling method in C rest, you will use two labels. The labels are C out, short for C external rest, and C in, short for seeing internal rest. Anything other than visual rest will be outside of the focus range and therefore not something you want to pay attention to intentionally. But each time you notice that your attention went out of the focus range, you return it back to visual rest. Each time you notice a visual restful experience, you label it with one of the two labels, and after you label it, you keep experiencing what you just noticed and labeled for a couple of seconds before you repeat the process again.
To head into the week properly this week, we have today's 70-minute run, followed by tomorrow's tempo, strength on Wednesday, speed Thursday, and our long run on Saturday.